A really good question is thinking about what is the purpose of Ness? What is the ultimate service he can provide? Because so far, when we first introduce him, we see that he is of service to Kaiser, no matter what, right? Kaiser is his end-all, be-all, his motivation, his damn near everything, right? So right now, as he's useless, as Kaiser doesn't need him, as the team doesn't need him, and as he doesn't even know how to best serve himself and the team and Kaiser, what is Ness's place? And I just started to think about it, and I wanted to just do a quick little video real quick. Just think about, what his purpose is, because with the PXG game wrapping up and with him pretty much doing nothing all game, what is it to illustrate to us? What is it to show to us? Is it to show like the ceiling that you'll have if you don't have an original ego, or the ceiling that you'll have if you would constantly fight for someone else? But then I don't think that would be it, because if you think about it, look at Rayo. Well, Rayo doesn't only fight for Nagi anymore. Rayo fights for himself. He's a chameleon now. He does, I think he's gonna be a midfielder. He's gonna be kind of like do his own plays. So maybe Ness is the personification, or rather the manifestation, of what your heights can be if you live for someone else. Maybe it doesn't even have to pertain completely to soccer. It doesn't have to it can be applied to really anything. If you don't have an original source for your energy comes from another type, another source point, then you can run out. You have a ceiling there. There isn't something to fuel that purpose, and that's what I think Ness is. I think Ness is like the personification of the ceiling you'll have if you don't have an original ego, or you don't have a world-class ego, or a selfish, individual ego. He just let himself just be used for Kaiser. But Kaiser is, like he said, everyone on the field is evolving so fast to the point that Ness is useless, because Ness doesn't feel the need to evolve in that way, because he feels that he's probably already complete for Kaiser. It's interesting to think about. It made me think about really what the messaging of Blue Lock has been so far, like what the goal of the PXG match has been. And it's kind of like everyone like breaking their limits and setting new boundaries for themselves, finding out new egos for themselves. And it's very, very interesting. It's funny how when it comes to Ness, he actually is in a disgraceful position as of right now, because Igarashi has actually done more work than Ness, and that is confirmed this match. Igarashi stopped Ren. Igarashi, stopped the whole momentum on the field, and that was something that Ness could never do, most likely. So I don't know the future of Ness. I know that Noah is very efficient focused, so I don't see him keeping Ness in the game for too long. He's just definitely gonna get switched out. He's not, and I don't see Ness kind of making a heel turn and sending a pass to Isagi or anything like that. I don't think Ness is gonna do anything this game, because the way the last chapter ended with Kaiser being Kaiser, and stopping Ren, and with Bass and Munich having in possession again, with there only being so little time left in the game, I don't think that there's time for Ness to do something, unless the last play is like him having to decide that he shouldn't live for Kaiser, and that he should try to think for himself and live for himself, and then we actually see him pass to Isagi or something like that. That would be actually interesting to see. But we won't know for certain how he will act until he acts, right? That's something about the musician that we all must accept, is that the musician moves on his own. He does what he wants to do when he wants to do it, if it pertains to Kaiser, of course. But if it doesn't pertain to Kaiser, he's just a He's a dead shark in the water. He's just floating there, right? He's just floating there waiting. But yeah, I don't know. I never really, I never really had a high hopes for Ness. But seeing him in this state is very jarring. It's not a fun sight to behold. But let me know what you guys think Ness' future is, what his whole purpose is, and the whole Blue Log, what his the grand plan, the grand scheme behind his character is. But yeah, let me know, guys, in the comments. Peace.
Penny